hands. 2 hands on this for the new phone. Okay, so we just got out of The Girl on the Train in Cadillac. We got that IMDb up. Got it here. Hold on. Starring Emily Blunt, Rebecca Ferguson as Anna. Well, Emily Blunt as Rachel. Haley Bennett as Megan. Justin Theroux as Tom, the husband. And Luke Evans as Scott. Megan, also known as the girl that goes missing's husband. So the movie itself is basically about Emily Blunt's character traveling on this train, and suddenly, in the article the next day, this girl goes missing. And basically, if you've seen Gone Girl, it's similar to like that concept storytelling-wise, except you're playing around because the main character is actually an alcoholic, so she's even trying to piece things together while the audience is trying to piece things together. Now, being brief with this, because I'm going to let Cadillac speak also on this, like, I'm going to get further into detail as we, like, converse, because this is a movie that you really have to, like, talk with somebody, because I feel like we're going to have opposite views on this, but I enjoyed it for the most part, but, I mean, I feel like Emily Blunt was at her strongest here, but it was very Hollywood-esque, like, towards the middle and end. But how do you feel about it, Cadillac? Like,
I was honestly bored with it until halfway through the movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, like, the opposite, because I was intrigued from the beginning, and then I was like, towards the end, I was like, it's...
Because I kind of felt like they made you grow not to like the main character of the movie. But she was such an alcoholic, and then you'll see, like, flashbacks of her life, and you're like, all right, now I see why this, that, and the other thing happened. Now I see why his husband cheated on her and whatnot. But like everything was like pretty much went out in left field. Like when we got to halfway through the movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, that cricket in the background is about to just, our podcast isn't that bad. Stop it. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Haley Bennett's character as Megan. Like, how did you feel about her? Because
she was a whore.
She said in the beginning, she's like, I've been called many things. I've been a whore, I've been a liar, I've been a cheater, and I've been a housewife. Not in that order particularly. I'm like, oh damn. So
I was trying to just piece together what's all the women's roles in this, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Megan's the one that went missing and whatnot, but like I was just trying to piece together why are we seeing this, that, and the other thing. But I wasn't really intrigued in Megan's character until we found out about her past and why she has a hard time talking about babies and why she's like the way she is. When she said in the beginning of the movie, when she gets home, she takes a shower and immediately gets that baby smell off of her. Now it all makes sense.
So, yeah.
And it was really sad.
And I think what we should do is go into like a spoiler territory, not yet, but just kind of give like an overall like how we enjoyed it and everything. So I think I like the symmetry at the end with the three like being bonded together. That was really good. And I think because it's hard to talk about this movie without mentioning spoilers. Mm-hmm. So as a final note, I have to say that I think everybody did everybody did their best in this role. The cast was great. The husband, Tom,
Two-Face, like
for real. Like he had his moments where it was like, whoa. Now I went in this with a blind sight, didn't see the trailers. I've seen a couple TV spots of it and said, oh, that looks a little interesting. And overall, I walked out of the movie like pleasantly enjoyed. So anything else you want to add before we get into spoilers? Or okay, so from right here it's spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now we can get into the nitty-gritty. So basically, the Megan character, the reason why she hates the baby smell is because she basically when she was young had her first kid with this, her brother's best friend, which I was like, okay, whatever. And then she takes a bath and literally, like, with the baby asleep on her chest. And then because she falls asleep also and she's in that tub, the baby drowned. Oh, my gosh.
The baby drowned. Like, once I kind of pieced everything together, like, once she said she had the baby in the tub with her, like, oh, my gosh, the baby drowned. I was like, oh my gosh.
And
Like, I can't believe that happened.
yeah, and the fact that like she literally like it, I understand why that does a lot to somebody. I understand why she acts that way, you know.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And you also get into like why like you find out that like, oh, along with her husband, because that triggers Emily Blunt's character to freak out, like, oh, I thought they were perfect, so you know. And we're led this entire movie to believe that this one moment, which did, she had, I mean, she did have an affair with her psychologist, but still, like, we're led to believe that, oh, like that made her snap. That's the like the main character, in fact, killed the missing girl Megan.
That's what we were led to believe.
We were led to believe up until the end. We'll get into that, but like, and honestly, like if they went in that route, I would have been like, all right, I guess this was kind of like you could see it from a mile away, and then when they reveal it towards the end, I was looking at my watch. I was like, really, this is going to be the ending? It's kind of sappy, but then you know. And you see, like, the one moment that made me go, oh, when you see the one flashback, because it was from her perspective of what the husband told her, her ex-husband, she said, oh, you never did that at the party. You never got trashed. You never got drunk. You went to sleep, and then you guys left after that. And it turns out that the real abusive one and the real, like, you know, like, subject abuse, like, one was actually the husband. Tom. Yo.
Apparently, we thought that her husband Tom got fired because Rachel was being an abusive drunk at a party, but the real reason why, for one, he was lying to Rachel about that. She didn't do anything wrong, and two, Tom got fired because the boss said he couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
For real. Yo. And like you kind of see like towards the end, because like when he's sleeping with his actual, like his new wife that he actually cheated on with Rachel, like there's a lot of cheating going on in this movie, all from him. But I mean, like you could even tell like he's just having sex for fun, and you kind of get that impression of Scott too. I feel like he's abusive too. Like
him, yeah.
I feel like he's abusive too.
Like trust issues.
Yeah, but
But then it's kind of justified at the same time because she was cheating. So
I mean, how about the fact that literally Megan would just go away like at moments from a like, what do? You're a nanny, and that's all you do. Come on now, come on. I mean, it's just like I understand why he was acting that way. He was taking it to the next level. So, but she was sleeping around. Yo, Haley
People on
Bennett
the
is
same
Megan.
street.
Exactly, yo.
like, Jesus.
You know what the real Nightmare on Elm Street is? That gonorrhea that Megan is spreading around on that street. Yo. It's like, yo. And then when she's sleeping with the psychiatrist, I was like, yo, she's trying to get a PhD.
It was never clarified they were sleeping together.
Yes, it was.
They kissed. That's all we knew.
No. They were sleeping together, okay?
Because he was resisting her for a long time.
He was trying to, but he felt for it. He did. I mean, it was revealed, well, we'll get into that. It was revealed that, they did have history. They did sleep together, and that's why she came to him. So it was 3 guys, and they had to do the DNA test on all, on the psychiatrist.
On the 2.
Exactly. So, though we're led to believe. And then, should we get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it finally gets pieced together that, Tom has this phone. His new wife finds this phone and is like, oh, it's a track phone. The thing that could have saved Tiger Woods' relationship. But anyway, the point is that you find out it was actually Megan on the other end, and it turns out, I'm saying it turns out, count how many times it turns out in this video, that Tom is the one who actually is the father of the baby. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that Tom is the one who killed Megan. Brutally. So she comes to him in the woods, like, hey, by the way, like, I'm pregnant and it could be yours. And she's like, well, and then he's like, oh, have an abortion. And I'm like, damn. So overall, like, he's like, well, get rid of it and everything. She's like, oh, I'm going to raise the baby myself. You think so? Boom! Pushes her on the rock. And then if that's not enough, he does a Jason Voorhees death. Straight up takes it, like, I'm like, and then hits her with the rock afterwards. For more or less kills her. He's crazy. I mean, he gets his in the end when, like, the 2 women that are alive just come at him with the corkscrew. Mm-hmm. on a
It
Friday.
actually screwed him.
Yo.
He got screwed, literally. More ways than one.
For real. Yo, I think, was that joke after now the crickets start back up after the joke? Oh, I see you, crickets. Like that episode of SpongeBob when he's telling the jokes. You chop them up and listen. No, you got, yeah, all right. Anyway, but yeah. I mean, and that's where I literally, like, it became Hollywood-esque. That's what I was talking about in our non-spoiler review. How, you know, when it got to that point in the movie, like, oh, when you're piecing things together, it got very Hollywood-esque with the ending. And honestly, this movie is coming off of Gone Girl, which was a fantastic film. Like, oh my gosh, like... And then, like, I feel like this is, like, the B-rated... No, this is, like, the B-movie version of it. It's just like, hey, if you like Gone Girl, but, you know, you're not as sophisticated with your film, here's The Girl on the Train. You know, honestly, I'm not even gonna... Like, the biggest flaw, again, how did the police... Oh, you're good. How did the police not piece together the evidence when it came to the guy? Like, there's so much DNA trace. He picked up a rock, he dragged her body, there's blood, there's sweat, like, there's clear hits that it's like, yo, this is the dude. And it takes place present day, so they would have figured that shit out, like, in 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Yo, she was dead for, like, a good, like, I'm gonna say a week, maybe? But, jeez, oh my gosh, like... It just got very Hollywood-esque, and I wasn't a big fan. You liked it, though?
I liked it. Like, the twist.
Yeah.
Like, the twist pretty much changed my whole perspective of the movie.
I mean, it was... It felt very, like... I wanted something a bit unique. I wanted some meat to this. Like, it was going in a good direction, and then it just sidetracked. I don't know. That's just my view. I think that's it. Like,
so what will be your score?
Alright, so my overall score with The Girl on the Train, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give it a 2.5, and that's being generous. And the only reason why it gets the 0.5 is because of Rebecca Ferguson and Haley Bennett, because 0.5 points. 0.5 points.
I'm giving it a 3.
3? So the overall score?
So it's 2.75.
2.7? Damn.
Let's run it up to a 3.
Yes. I guess it's a 2.75, so we're going to round it off to a 3. And, yeah, and that ends the spoilers there. So, that's our review of The Girl on the Train. I think I need to take a train to get out of here, man. Get out of this review.
Before I forget, special guest, my girlfriend, Megan. What did you think?
Yo, I liked it. Like... I really liked it. It was like the girl on the like
Gone Girl.
Yeah, like Gone Girl. Yeah, so I liked it.
You liked? All right. Yo, Megan was in the movie.
I was.
Yo. But yeah, is that it? Or yeah, okay.
That's it.
All right. So until next time, it's been Jared Avery
and Cadillac
and Megan.
All right, and be sure to like us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Podomatic. iTunes as well, and look out for our Dragon Ball Z review coming up soon, along with
Dragon Ball Z review.
Oh, not Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, the Digimon review. My anime is. You know that I'm not the anime fan in here, and to the special guest star, the Cricket, that's ruining this review. Take of the podcast. New intro. Well, Rhode Island is coming in a month, and we got a couple stars that we're lining up. Also, if you've been keeping up on our Instagram page, we have a couple of photos from Walker Stalker, so check that out as well.
And we have a panel.
And we do have a panel at Rhode Island, so for any of our fans in that area, and
for
especially
a second time coming back, we got a panel.
I know. And if you have any fans, I mean, it's not in that area, but still, you know. Any of our fans that maybe went to Awesome Con that are going to be in the Rhode Island area this year, it's going to be really good at Rhode Island Comic Con. Please come out and support us. We have a panel Sunday. I think our panel is it's either 2 or 3 o'clock. So we're right at that like midday, like, you know, right when everybody's like about to settle down and everything. So stop on by to our panel. As always, podcast. Until next time,
We're out.
We're out.